Get You Some Radio.
So, man, tell me first off, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing down there in Cartersville?
We're doing good. Everybody's just handling it. We just got just listening to the news. The governor just issued a shelter-in-place order for the next 2 weeks. So that's ramping it up a little bit. We hadn't had that.
Yeah. So are y'all going to close down?
Said, I don't know about that. I'm not. I don't know about that, but I know that as far as the state, I'm really not sure. I don't know if we're considered essential or not.
Yeah, we'll have to check on that. So Georgia. So everybody, this is the Get You Some Radio Show. I'm Terry Lancaster talking to my buddy Gregg Potts down at Krause Family Ford in Cartersville, Georgia. Just found out they had a shelter-in-place order placed. But I'm reaching out to Gregg. Gregg, I want to talk to you about something you did last night that you hadn't done. Had you done one before? Was last night your first home delivery, door-to-door, bell-to-bell thing that you've done for a vehicle without a customer coming in the store?
Last night was the first time I did it. Yep.
So this is getting to be a thing. Everyone has been talking about this for years, and now all of a sudden everybody's actually having to do it. They're doing the deal online, on the phone, over the net, from click to finish, from the finish line to the start line, the whole 9 yards with home delivery. So tell me a little bit about your first one last night. How'd that go?
Went well. I thought it went pretty smooth. The guy was a internet lead. We went back and forth on it was mainly through texting. He selected the vehicle. The vehicle was actually at one of our other dealerships, and so I had to go get it. But we selected the vehicle. Then we started working on the deal, and I think I called him. Yeah, I called him a couple of times, always negotiating the deal. But once we closed the deal, we went and got the vehicle. While I was going to get the vehicle, our finance man was working out the paperwork. And when I got back, one of the other finance guys went with me, and we took the vehicle to his house. This guy, interesting thing, this guy had been in the hospital about a month ago, and he asked me if I could deliver it because he was concerned, about the coronavirus stuff. And
yeah.
So he also said, I want to remain socially, the social distance, whatever that phrase is.
Right.
And so we got everything together, and I called him when I was leaving the dealership, got to his house. He came out and met me in the garage. Our finance guy put the paperwork down on the table. He signed it all and looked at the vehicle, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the picture. You got a picture of him standing there in his mask. So you got a picture of him in his mask taking delivery of the vehicle. So he never stepped foot in the dealership. You never stepped foot within 6 feet of each other. You stood there. You did the whole deal, soup to nuts, online. How was his response? How did he like it?
He was fine. In fact, he told me at some point that he wanted to do it all remotely because he didn't want to get out because of his health. Now, I think back in January, I think he said Super Bowl weekend, he went in the hospital. So he actually hadn't just come out of the hospital. He had been out of the hospital probably a month, but still he's taking precautions. But he had told me in his lead that he wanted to do it all remotely. And so we did. And I sent him some pictures of the vehicle. Whenever we do a lot of, I've not delivered one at home yet until last night, but there's a lot of times people call and I'll go out and do a video of the car or take pictures of it and send them to it. So it all went fine. I mean, it's a key part of the whole deal as I look back is obviously they have to trust you because, they are taking your word that, that the vehicle is what it is, that it's solid, there's no problems. And, that you have to be careful, make sure that you're getting what he wants.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it went fine. He was very happy. We signed the paperwork and he was fine.
Any hiccups that you noticed that you didn't think about beforehand that made it any more complicated? Anything you ran into that you weren't expecting?
The only thing, and this was really minor, was I had to take the vehicle to it. Well, our dealership was closed. It was 8:30, so we were wrapping it up. And all of a sudden it hit me. I might have to have somebody bring me back. Well, he brought me to get my car and go home, but that was it. That was the only, everything else, the man signed the papers. There was no problem.
You went through a dead spot there, so I lost you a little bit. You had to find someone to let you back in the store. Is that what you were saying?
I had a finance guy with me to bring me back. I had to have a ride back. Now, I was thinking about it after it was all said and done. I could see where if you could, I don't know if this could even be done, but if you could use PDFs, you wouldn't even have to they could sign the paperwork online.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to deliver the vehicle, right. But they could sign the paperwork online if you wanted to use the PDF. So, I mean, I'm definitely not an expert in this stuff. I'm learning my way around, but I just kind of think this may become more common in the car business.
Well, I think it is, and this is actually what I've been talking about for years and years and years. And I think this may be the moment that all of a sudden everybody goes, "Oh yeah, maybe we need to do it that way." How you had any reaction today? How the folks at the store take it? Any other customers mention it to you?
No, except well, I did. I posted it on Facebook, and my manager saw it this morning, and he tagged whomever it is that does our Facebook account, and he asked him if he could throw it up on our Facebook page. So he wanted others to see. We have a thing on our website. Probably others do too, but we have a little thing on our website. It just says that we're open for business and we'll bring it to you. And so I went on and I did a Facebook post and I outlined the steps. I went like 8 different steps, and this is how it works. And if there had been a trade involved, we could appraise the trade, using Kelly Blue Book, or do it all online. Yeah. So no, it was fine. It really was. It went smooth.
So how, you think you like that? Is it something you might try to keep up with, or was it a lot more? Was it a lot more work, or was it really the same? Not much more.
There's probably them not being in the store makes it. There's a few things you got to work through. You not being there in person, but yeah, I enjoy doing it. In fact, I'm hoping. I don't want to sound. I hope this doesn't sound bad. I'm hoping to do. Not because of the coronavirus, but I want to do more of it because I think there's probably maybe a little niche there.
Well, I think it is. I think white glove service is something everybody can appreciate, whether they're sick at home or whether they, I got better things to do to spend my day at the car dealership. If somebody can bring me a car and I can sign the papers, I'm all for that. So. Yep.
So, yeah, I thought it went well.
All right, let me ask you this. We'll get off the business, man. How is home and Greg? How's everybody doing? How y'all taking care of yourself and keeping yourselves healthy and up to gumption when all of this is going on?
We're doing good, Terry. We're my wife has been home now. She's in her 3rd week, and they just got a notice today they're not going back to school this year.
So she's teaching?
She's twice a week. She teaches class online. And I mean, at the dealership, last week they did cut our hours a little bit just in the last week, but outside of my wife being at home, really nothing's changed.
Yeah, well, even if they're cutting you hours now that you can deliver cars at home, you can work from home, baby. You can sit at home. Exactly. You can sit at home in underwear, do everything you need except go get the car and take it to them.
That's right.
Hey, listen, I ask everybody who comes on to Get You Some radio show just a quick piece of advice for anyone watching, because I want this to be worthwhile for anyone watching. If you had anyone watching, you gave them one action step that they could put into action today while all this is going on. How can people maintain some semblance of normality and keep the wheels turning in the midst of the madness? What kind of advice you got? What's one action step we can do?
All right, you're talking about as far as car sales?
I'm talking about anything that's going to make their lives better today. What can we do?
I think we have to adapt. This is a change in time. Things are different, but gyms are closed, and I see more people outside using the walking track. People are telecommuting. Car business, we're delivering cars now instead of telling everybody to come see us. churches are using online, I think we have to adapt. It's, we're going to look back 10, 20 years from now and see that we lived through something history making.
I believe we did.
And it's still, it's ongoing. I mean, I read the other day that some people say they'll be surprised if we have football this fall. So, but we will survive. It's not, the world was turning a long time before sports came along.
All right, brother. Listen, keep on turning, keep the wheels turning, and keep on delivering those cars, man. I was proud to see that. I'm proud for you. Gregg Potts down at Krause Family Ford, Cartersville, Georgia. Call him if you need a car delivered to your front door, wherever your front door is.
Let me correct that. I almost said this a minute ago. We're in Woodstock, not Cartersville.
Oh, my bad. Woodstock, right. Woodstock, Georgia. So I knew it was right in there. So sorry about that. Woodstock, Georgia. So
all right, buddy.
Listen, I appreciate it. Take care of yourself. All right, boy. Be well.
Bye-bye.
Get You Some Radio. You've been listening to the Get You Some Radio Show. Subscribe today at terrylancaster.tv to hear more episodes, win valuable cash and prizes, and get free training to help you create an army of buyers who know, like, and trust you before they've ever even met you. It's a big, wide world, boys and girls. Get out there and get you some.